numerical input, right? A definite input means if you have to select something, if you have to click on a point, these are definite inputs, right? Definite inputs are always done with mouse. And an alphanumeric inputs means if you have to type something like a line spelling, you have to type a number 500. These are always done with the keyboard. Okay. When I say always done with the mouse, definite inputs are always done with the mouse. That means you use just the mouse. You do not need to use the keyboard anywhere in it. You do not need to click any key on the keyboard before using the mouse or anything of that sort. When I say alphanumeric inputs using the keyboard, I mean they only use the keyboard. You do not need to click with your mouse anywhere whatsoever before typing. You simply start typing without using the mouse at any cost. Just remember this. So I type L enter. It is telling me to specify first point. First point is a definite input because I need to click on a point. Hence, I'm not going to use my keyboard anywhere and I'll simply click and the line is made. Now it is telling me to specify next point. I can specify the next point. It is again telling me to specify next point. So I can keep on going making multiple lines as many as I want. Once I'm happy with it, I'll simply press escape to exit the command and I've made a series of lines. You can see each of the lines I can select individually. Right. Now, even though they were made in the same command, now going back to the definition of line command, create straight line segments. With line, you can you can create a series of contiguous line segments. Each segment is a line object that can be edited separately. Right. Now you can understand the definition of line. Now over here I made random lines, right? But let's say I want to make a line which is of a specific length, let's say 500. How do I do that? I'll select the first point. I'll first move my cursor. When I tell select, you just need to click the cursor once. You do not need to hold down the cursor or anything. Okay. You move the cursor in the direction where you want to make the line. Parallel to this line, you can see a dimension as 323.869 right now. Okay. I want to make a line of 500. That 323 is highlighted for editing. I can type 500 over here. Now this is an alphanumeric input. So I will not click anywhere with the mouse. I'll simply type 500 and I'll press enter. I'll press escape. I have made a line which is exactly 500 mm in length. You can see the dimensions. To check the dimension, you can use the command di. Click on one point, place your cursor on the second, and your dimension will come up as 500. The third scenario will be,
Sir,
let's say,
sir,
yeah.
what is it? DI.
DI means distance to
That's
measure
right.
anything.
That's right. DI is distance.
And the third scenario I'll make another line of 500. But this time I'll make, let's say I want to make it at a 30-degree angle. Okay, at a specific 30-degree angle. I'll take the line command. I'll turn off ortho. Now we talked about precision. I cannot precisely measure this 30-degree angle. So what I'll do is I'll first type 500. This time I'll not press enter because I also need to input the 30-degree part. 30 degrees on the other text box. So this is just like any other switching command. I'll press tab and it will automatically switch to the next text box. I can press 30 and now I'll press enter. Now my line is exactly 500 mm, which is made at a 30-degree angle from the x-axis.